The sky was the limit on the beautiful island of Ischia, with a convincing second stage win in the team time trial that gave Giro d'Italia race favourite Bradley Wiggins the chance to lead the celebrations. But the big leader's jersey didn't go to the Tour de France champion. That honour went to a lesser-known member of the team, 23-year-old Sicilian Salvatore Puccio. Welcome to the Giro d'Italia Highlights show. After the technicalities of the team time trial, the race returns to the Italian mainland and a chance for individual glory. Stage 3 sees the peloton return from Ischia and travel from Sorrento south along the beautiful Amalfi coast to Marina di Ascea. 222 kilometres of racing, but the sting is in the tail. 2 climbs in the last 70 kilometres and a tricky technical descent to the finish. It's a stage best suited to a classic specialist and one where GC contenders must try to keep out of trouble. Well, the overall classification has Pucci ahead of Wiggins as Sky riders lock out the top 5. Movistar's second place on the team time trial gives them the remainder of the top 10 positions. Of the GC contenders, Vincenzo Nibali lies 14 seconds behind Wiggins. The big loser on stage 2 was Cadel Evans. He's now 37 seconds in arrears. We join the action on the final climb of the day with just under 80 kilometres to go. There's a 7-man breakaway with a gap of just over 7 minutes, but the peloton have begun to give chase. Uh, 70.5 kilometres to go, 4 minutes and 12 is the gap, and yeah, they're riding on nicely, these boys, but are they riding into trouble as these clouds start to muster on the top?
Oh, we've got the rider from Colombia just going on the attack now. Boaro from Saxo Bank quick to follow. I'm expecting to see Tabor also going across because I don't think he's going to want to be... Where is Tabor?
Rodriguez is going for it. Maybe that's they feel that they've got this. They're racing, of course, for the KOM over the top. They want that King of the Mountains points, and yeah, well, why not? Why not go for it now? It's just around about a kilometre to go before they get there. Second category, 551 metres, close to the coast as it is. And there is the cloud that we're talking about that's just starting to roll in. And, well, they stretched their legs here, showed some intent. That's good.
Yeah, well, as I said, there's 9 points on offer for the first rider across the line. Visconti, current leader in that competition. He's got the blue jersey on his shoulders yesterday and today, and he's only got 3 points. So, very good chance that whoever goes first over this climb may well take that jersey, particularly with this gap coming down quickly. It might be that they're not out the front still for the second categorised climb of the day. So a bit of cat and mouse now.
They're going to race for it. Boaro's going for this. It'd be hard to catch. He's one of the quality here, but setting off is the Colombian. Pantano wants a piece of this. He comes up. Oh, this is great. Nice little bit of intermediate skirmish. Tabore's also there in the bright yellow livery, and back on Soleil's Wouters not that far behind. Giocattoli's Rodriguez, they're still very much together here. And yeah, it's they're heading for it now. A few hundred metres remaining and still some checks over shoulders. Good little bit of ambition being shown, but they all really feel that they've got a right to at least challenge for this, and that's good. 3 minutes and 53. Well, if cat and mouse goes on too much, that gap back to the peloton will collapse. And so it could be extraordinarily important, this, who goes over. It may well be our leader at the end of today. 69.6 to go. Pace still up amongst the chasers. And Sky back on the front. Meanwhile, battling they go. Boaro kicks off here. Boaro goes for it. Who's going to be nearest to him? Wouters it is. Wouters chases on, and Tabore picks it up here. Tabore looks the quickest of all of them, in third place at the moment. The line's going to beat them, is it? Oh, lovely job across the line. It is that Willem Wouters takes it for Vakon Soleil. 9 points to him, and for the time being at least, he is the virtual wearer of the blue jersey. Well, here it is. Some very, very good work here by Wouters in the sunburst livery there. I've got to say that I thought that it was going to be Vini Fantini that went for that, and Tabore. There he is in the bright yellow. Didn't quite happen for him. Good tracing work going on by Wouters, just leaving it with Boaro up there. I think Boaro at that point thought he got it. And just across the line came Wouters to take it. Down on the descent then, this is a happy time if you've put some proper effort into a climb, and down they go. 68.1 to go, and they are heading up into cloud here. Now, even if cloud does not burst, the moisture that it affords can cause a problem on the road surface, and particularly if it lays itself down, sort of like a dew, if you like, as they roll through that first of today's categorized climbs. Sky rolling over it here.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So considering that not far from the start of the climb it was at 7 minutes, it's almost halved in that period of time, and getting a sense of who's not climbing well enough to make it towards the finish.
Well, they're picking up and maintaining a decent speed here as they not overly driving it, I've got to say, into the corners, but nonetheless just recouping, I think, energy after what has been a busy day. Lovely tracking shot this through the hills. It is beautiful, isn't it? Sky marshalling today. They're doing a good job of it. And
Omega Pharma back on the front, so presumably they aren't working for Mark Cavendish today, and it's one of the other riders who isn't also in the back with Mark Cavendish that they're going to be riding for. You can see Tabor from Vinny Fantini going off the front now, so he was probably going to be the one to watch out for of this group. He's the best in the general classification. He started the day just 22 seconds in arrears of the pink jersey Puccio, who appears to have disappeared from the main bunch from what we've seen, and he's taken an intermediate sprint as well, so he's only 16 seconds down on the GC. 54.5 kilometers to go, 4.5 minutes. He's made the decision that he needs to start pushing on alone, or at least draw a stronger, smaller group away, so that he's got the maximum chance of staying away till the finish, because he's not only looking at the stage win, but potentially the pink jersey as well. Tisha back on the front now. It was Luca Paolini who we saw doing the majority of the work. Looks like Caruso in second place, I think, that's doing the well, sharing the work along with his team at the moment. We've got Herc Stegmans in third place there, the big sprinter lead out for Mark Cavendish, just sitting on the two Katusha riders, and the four Sky riders who we've seen on the majority of the descent. Four then from Astana, then the pink jersey. I think the pink jersey's now back up to around about 12th position, just on the Astana riders there, so he's made it back up towards the front as well, and Sky just swelling in numbers again as they slowed that on down on the centre, allowed a lot of riders to get back on. Spinning away beautifully out front right now. Yes, Vini Fantini, Sella Italia, and Tabore has decided to go for this. It was part of a 7-man breakaway. The gap was starting to close. He didn't like that, and on the penultimate climb he decided that, well, frankly, this one's going to belong to me. Vini Fantini doing a good anchoring job. Why? Because their man, Fabio Tabore, is up the road as we speak. There we are. Just hearing he's now got 50 seconds. Still haven't got the gap back to the main bunch. 4:18. 4 minutes and 18. There we are. It's in fact that was detailed about 6 minutes ago. So yeah, hovering around about the 4 minutes. They did get a pace on it, stretched out. They've all come back together. So I expect it will be continuing to be around that marker. I thought it was looking doomed for him. It was down to that 1.5 point, and as I said, there could really be an injection of speed towards the top of the climb, which is still a reasonable way away from 12 Ks, in fact. But for whatever reason, those two teams that were working on the front have just decided to knock it back, and either the riders they were working for aren't feeling good, or they just don't feel like they're getting enough help. But we can see the effect that's had. Some of the riders that were getting dropped are coming back towards that bunch now, and if another team doesn't take up that chase very, very soon, Tabor's chances are going to go through the roof.
And yeah, they're looking up for this. Ryder Hajidal's also involved, as you can see.
Yeah, you can see that three of them off the front now. Navadauskas, the Lithuanian ex-national champion, leading them on the front. Pete Stettiner struggling to keep up with the the Lithuanian rider who was a pink jersey for a couple of days at last year's race. It's Ryder Hesjedal in third position. Bradley Wiggins had to close a gap by himself to get back onto the coattails of these three Garmin riders just here. We've got Astana also staying alert just behind them. We've got Nibali with around about 3 of his teammates. He's just coming up to the wheel of Bradley Wiggins. Bradley Wiggins isolated at the moment. That's a surprise to me. He hasn't got any teammates left around and about him, should he have any trouble at all. And yeah, that little bit of injection of pace from Garmin charts really started to set the nerves up in the peloton behind here.
Scarponi also at hand. So let's just remind you, shall we, that Garmin finished 25 seconds down on Sky in the team time trial. But let's also remind you, everyone, Daniel, of what the bonuses are today.
We've got 20, 12 and 8 seconds up for grabs for the first 3 riders across the line today. So if Tabore does hold on for the victory, well, they're going fast down this descent. I hope they know about that corner coming up towards the bottom. But if he does take the stage win, it doesn't matter by how much, he should go into that pink jersey. I
think that looked like Oscar Gatto was suffering. It was. Another one of your picks of the day.
No, that was the pick. I talked about it before.
Right, sorry.
My 2 picks were Gatto and Paolini. So
all right, well.
Yeah, don't rub it into me.
Actually, I did hear you. I was just pretending.
Is that one of the guy riders that was on?
Oh!
I think that is Navadauskas, just taking one of the corners a bit too. Yeah, he was on the front a second ago. Now he's on the back. He's
there you are.
Overshot that. Or was it the motorbike?
It was the motorbike. Just hampered him through the corner and knocked the speed right off him. Went into the ditch. Oh, disastrous moment for him, and that will be a real dent in Ryder Hesjedal's attempt to get back at this man. And indeed take glory today. They perhaps were thinking that, yes, on the descent, Hesjedal's a terrific descender, let's not forget. They could come and take the 20 seconds at the end of today. Well, it's all playing into the hands of Fabio Tabore here. Well, the motorcycle is part of the race, let's not forget, not a good part as far as Garmin are concerned right now. So that had an impact at the attempts to wind this man back in. Now, if he crests at 19 to go, with any kind of decent gap, he's got to believe he can run it all the way in, because it's more or less downhill all the way, save for a kick-up of about 1.5 kilometres at what, 9 to go or 11 to go. We'll see. We'll talk about that in a moment. There, some of this flatter sections, and Hesjedal's going to have to do this all on its own. And he goes off.
Oh, Nibali's going
with him. Yeah, Vincenzo Nibali, absolutely.
Nibali on the attack.
I can believe it.
Wow, Team Astana, Ryder Hesjedal going alongside him. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Maybe they've gapped a couple of the GC riders unexpectedly, and word has got through to them on race radios, but well, to say the least, they're keeping out of trouble. Oh, there is some gaps coming from that short descent. Onoli is the rider on the front, just shepherding Vincenzo Nibali. He's also got a teammate on his wheel. Hesjedal there, I think I saw Wiggo. Yeah, he's two Sky riders there. Scarponi from the Lampre team in the pink jersey, but 8 riders separating themselves from the rest of the bunch at the moment.
Yeah, it's 3 Astana riders with the Estonian champion Tanel Kanger as well, just acting as wingman for Vincenzo Nibali. Well, I suspected we might see something from Nibali, and we're getting that answer right now. And look at the quality we've got. You know, this could be so much later in this Giro d'Italia, and all of a sudden you've got Hesjedal, you've got Wiggins, you've got Nibali, and they're all up there, and they're going for this significantly, though Nibali's got teammates.
And the last 2 riders on the back are an Al from Team Sky, the Colombian rider, and Robert Gesink. But that's some gap, actually, to the next group behind.
What drama we've got. 25.9 kilometres remaining. A little bit of cloud as well to deal with, and Hesjedal picks up, and he's going for this. This is full attack, full of belief, maybe after the team time trial. Let's hope the motorcycle doesn't get involved. That's what all the horns about, and it's the Giro marshals that are doing it, telling the camera guy to keep clear, almost drifting into the back of them. Go, 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 they're saying. They're almost saying it to Ryder Hesjedal.
They've caught Tabore.
Oh, my goodness. It's all hitting the ropes here. This is fantastic. Off you go, Ryder.
Surely not going to let this man just head on up the road. As you said, former mountain bike rider, great descender, and not the sort of person that they can afford to have or leave any time whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Quality will out, and that's exactly what we've got. Any thoughts of the escape he's making it? Absolutely in the bin right now. Tabore's been caught, and Ryder Hesjedal is the man that's just charging away here. Now just look at his pace. Don't forget, he's a time trialist and a mountain biker, all rolled into one amazing package.
Sitting up now, he's just realised it's perhaps not steep enough to make a difference, and none of the other favourites went with him, which he might have been surprised about. Those guys that found themselves prized off the front could have really dug deep and put some serious time into the likes of Sanchez and possibly Evans as well if they'd kept that pace going.
Can be a burden carrying the pink jersey, but yeah, great to see him in it and taking it yesterday. Salvatore Puccio. No, it'll be Visconti that takes these. I think they're going to allow him to do this. It's almost by acknowledgement of the fact that he is the wearer of that jersey. He's not going to try anything silly. After being allowed to do this, he'll then just back in. I can't imagine him being offered this favour and then just bullying everybody. There we are. Rolls across the line, takes those points, and as if to return the favour to everyone else, says, obviously I'm not going to mess around. Off you go.
Oh, is it Hejerdal? Hejerdal's gone.
Go on, pick it up, Ryder. Give it a
there
go.
We go. Well, he's not going to get any...
off the nose, thank you. Check that out.
He's not going to get any help from Nibali now. Sorry, from Agnoli now, that's for sure, because he's a threat to Nibali on the general classification, and everyone knows it. Here is Paolini, my favourite for the day, just doing a great job.
Oh, wonderful. Paolini drives on here. Right, I shall realise what the threat was, and he goes. Paolini picks up the pace. Now, he's just look at the what weaponry he's bringing to the party here. Paolini has to be an absolute signed-in favourite for the end of today. If he can get round this, he is a huge pace about him towards the end. But it's Paolini, Agnoli, Hejerdal.
I think that's Santarometer.
Oh, hello.
And Sant'Ambrogio.
Sant'Ambrogio gets back on and starts to pace it downhill here. Let's see what you guys have got. 15.5 to go. It's an awful long run. You have to pray for them on this descent here. It is at least dry, but these hairpins are going to come rapid fire like a machine gun. They've got to deal with all of these, and that motorcyclist needs to get out from between these riders here and let them have a free run, albeit that we're pleased with the pictures he's delivering. Sant'Ambrogio is just behind the motorcyclist right now. 4 riders up ahead of him, and it's Ryder Hejerdal that's leading down the descent as we speak. Still 11.6 kilometres to go. It's almost like a sprint from now. It's amazing.
Yeah, seen Hejerdal, obviously, seen Sant'Ambrogio. We've got Nibali there with his teammates, and I think Santarometer, from BMC. Not seen Bradley Wiggins. It's very difficult to... I'm sure he's not too far behind in time, but it doesn't... Oh, is that him?
Big pickup, I think it is. They're listening to you.
No, I don't think it is his
sure?
style. Yeah, not 100% sure, but...
Ricardo's there.
No, I don't think it's him.
Oh, Paolini's stretched his legs. And there we go, 6.6 to go. Now, don't forget, this man's got a turn of pace, and he is delivering it right now into every single one of the corners. Now, Scarponi's on the chase as well, trying to get by the Skyrider. This is the moment where he decided that it was time to say goodbye. Oh, great. Now then, he has got, what, already possibly 80 metres. 6.3 kilometres to go. He's got the pace, he's got the abilities. Can he deliver?
Well, let's not forget, Paolini's not just after the stage win, he's also after the pink jersey. He's 19 seconds down on Puccio and the rest of the Team Sky riders who finished at the front in yesterday's team time trial. And there's 20 seconds on offer for the winner. So if he takes that and Bradley Wiggins...
Oh, very close, that barrier. If it caught his elbow, it would have hurt. Now, this is that... he's got a double hairpin at 4 to go, according to my notes here that we took this morning. Let's have a look as he comes in.
Oh, no.
Oh, Blanco take Jessica into the corner.
Scarponi.
And also Scarponi's gone down on the deck here. Oh, nightmare. Yes, it is. And he's not happy at all. And look at that. It's all get-go. Oh, it's all happened here. On the deck is Scarponi, and chain is off.
I think he's broken his rear mech, and they weren't inside that last 3 kilometres. This normally means that you're given the same time as the group that you are in.
Now they come by, sailing by as they do. Well, it was Blanco that got that wrong, and I think collected Scarponi at the same time. Let's have a look at it. This is the corner. This is the one that we said was taken so well. Just straight on the deck and hit the brakes too hard. It was a front ender as Scarponi tried to make amends. Jessing gets back up. His bike's okay. And away he goes. Scarponi absolutely not. And here goes Paolini on the drive into the line. Oh, this is brilliant for him. but disaster for those who are in pursuit. What's the gap? We're waiting to see. It was around about 7 to 9 seconds, and he's freewheeling all the way in here.
He's right ahead with Vincenzo Nibali.
Absolutely, Nibali on his case. Feeling's also there, and Nibali's got a wingman as well. Hajidal and Nibali, and they're lighting this one up. They're swapping duties, Astana, trying to pick up those vital seconds. He goes to the front, just tries to stop Ryder Hajidal doing too much, and Sant'Ambrogio still very much in the frame here in that very bright liveried outfit. Oh, it's the Flamme Rouge, and this is a huge cheer from the crowd. Oh, it's a very, very nasty little sequence of turns that he's got to deal with, but he's done exactly that. He's through. He's done the little roundabout, and he's going to bring this one home. It's going to be all about Luca Paolini, who are going to pick up the remnants. It's going to be a 20-second bonus for him, and he's going to go into big 700 metres now. 600 and the rest. They've just dealt with the Flamme Rouge, and Ryder Hajidal's trying to get himself some bonus seconds as well today. Big check over the shoulder. It's going to be a huge celebration. He's going to be able to afford himself here as he hits 500 metres now. Oh, he can almost ease off. It's about minor places down for everybody else.
Looks that way. He's got this last left-hand turn, 400 metres to go, and then he's got a cross tailwind to the finish. This stage victory looks certain, but let's not forget there's 12 and 8 seconds left for the other two riders next across the line, and they're going to be quite important for these GC riders. But this man can afford to sit up and accept the glory, because he looks certain to cross that line first.
So there he goes. Paolini's heading for the line, and we hook back because this is a very, very focused turn that they've got to deal with here. Please stay safe. Oh, we'll watch out for that in a moment's time. This is Paolini taking the honours. Oh, this day belongs to me, he says. Aero helmet. That was your sign that I was going to do something, he says. Race is on for bonus seconds. Also important, Cadel Evans has made a fantastic charge for the line here. Oh, fabulous, fabulous stuff. Ryder Hajidal also crosses the line, picks up some bonuses for himself, and Sant'Ambrogio as well. What a day of racing we've had on the Giro d'Italia. He is the new holder of the Emilia Rosa.
Che spettacolo, che spettacolo.
Paolini, Evans, Hajidal, Sant'Ambrogio, Sam Sanchez, Caruso, Phoenix, Wiggins getting back on to finish in 8th place and limit the damage, given the same time. Good on you, Brad. Hissink doing a good job as well after picking himself up after that disastrous tumble, and in Sausti finishing just ahead of him today.
I believed this could happen after yesterday's team time trial. I saw I was within 19 seconds, and with a 20-second bonus for the stage win, I knew I could wear the leader's pink jersey. It was a dream, but I believed in it, and it came true.
How well deserved was that? He's no spring chicken, but he turned back the years today. Here's your overall standings. Luca Paolini is our glorious leader, and with 17 seconds over Bradley Wiggins, Rigoberto Urán stays in touch, the Colombian for Sky as well. In Sausti for Movistar, courtesy of their fantastic effort yesterday, Vincenzo Nibali, Agnoli, Ryder Hajidal, Caruso and Trofimov from Katusha, who worked so hard with Paolini. Shows you, if you set yourself up nicely with a team time trial, you can deliver. And that's what Katusha did today in the hands of Luca Paolini. Luca Paolini takes to the podium step once again. He bossed proceedings off what was a very, very difficult descent. And the gap he took, enough not only to take the jersey, but also the bonus seconds and give himself a cushion overall. He'll wear pink tomorrow, and we will be here to enjoy it. We will take our leave and see you tomorrow from the Giro d'Italia Stage 3. Arrivederci.